You guys know who Corinna Kopf is. Well-known star off like David Dobrik vlogs, and everyone knows who David Dobrik is. She recently leaked her OnlyFans earnings on David Dobrik's Snapchat story, and the number is gonna shock you. So David Dobrik recently posted, one of his Snapchat stories pretty much saying, they were talking about how much Corinna was making, and they shared a screenshot of her earnings, and it's over $1 million a month. It averages out to usually like $1.2 million a month, and that's just crazy money if you really think about it. I'm taking a look at my analytics, and only like 2% of the people watching this video right now are actually subscribed to the channel. Consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always change your mind later. And pretty much the whole reason they were talking about it on David Dobrik's Snapchat story was because David said, hey, I'll show you out, but if you have a really good month on OnlyFans, you have to buy me some cool car. I don't remember exactly what type it was, maybe a Ferrari or something. That sounds like a pretty good deal. Hey, have a Snapchat shout out for your OnlyFans, and then you buy me like a $300,000 car. That sounds like a pretty fair wager for David. So they posted this photo of Corinna Kopf's leaked earnings, and as you can see, it's almost $1 million a month. Like I said, it averages out to $1.2 million on average a month. And over the lifespan, to keep this in mind, she only started 10 months ago or something, and she's made 10 or 11 months ago, and she showed about 9 months of her earnings. If you add it up all together, I made the money. I did the math on this, and she made a total about $10.8 million approximately. That is insane money. She only charges $16 a subscription apparently, so she likely has hundreds of thousands of fans, which is super surprising. I think we can all agree Corinna Kopf is a baddie. We all know this, but I don't think OnlyFans subscriptions are like Netflix subscriptions. You know what? There's not as much reoccurring stuff you can see. There's a lot of the I'm sure the people watching this video have probably seen some, OnlyFans stuff if it's not leaks or whatever, and it's pretty much just the exact same thing every single month. And I can't fathom why people would spend $16 on that. I literally pay $18 for Netflix, and you know what? Netflix is great. I watch it every night. But $16 a month to see the exact same photo of Corinna Kopf on OnlyFans, I can't fathom it. Of course, maybe that's a problem with subscription services, though. I think one of the big things is that people just subscribe to her OnlyFans and then forget about it, and OnlyFans just keeps taking their cut every month, and people barely realize it. Who's gonna realize $16 missing from their account every single month? But this is just a staggering amount of money, and I think every single time that an OnlyFans person's earnings get leaked, I'm surprised. And I think we all knew that OnlyFans girls were making a lot of money, especially because a lot of these girls just go hop on it as soon as possible, and so that's a pretty good indicator that they're making some good money. But when I think good money, I don't know, who knows, for the big OnlyFans girls, I'm thinking $1 million a year or something like that. But no, Corinna's made almost $11 million off OnlyFans since she started, and that's just a staggering amount. It really makes sense why people, continue to go to the platform. I don't understand the longevity of it. You know what I mean? Corinna Kopf looks exactly the same from when she started to when she's posted now. And you know what? I'll give her props, because I remember there was a couple news stories, and it was trending around that when OnlyFans started to get big, people were pretty much scamming guys into subscribing to their OnlyFans, and they were just posting normal pictures, stuff you'd see on Instagram, Instagram content pretty much. And that's a total scam, especially when they promote it as something more than that. But you know what? I'll give a huge shout out to Corinna, because at least she's posting actual stuff, you know what I mean? She's posting not safe for work shit that should be on OnlyFans, and not just Instagram photos, which that's another thing. I don't know if you guys know who Malou something is. I don't remember. Malou and then Jordan Jones something. Those are two girls I follow on OnlyFans. Those are two girls I follow on Instagram. My bad. And they pretty much, as far like, don't get me wrong, I don't pay for the shit. I don't know what man is paying for stuff they can see for free. My fellas, if you are paying for OnlyFans, find God. Find God. He needs to see you. But you know what? I've seen leaks, so maybe I need to find God too. I've seen the leaks, and it's pretty much just shit they post on their Instagrams. It's like, I don't know how people are still falling for the scam. And I think they're still making like a decent chunk of change out of it. You know what I mean? Those are the kind of girls that are probably still making like $1 million a month just by posting Instagram photos on their OnlyFans. And my fellas, what are we doing? This is a good video reminder. If you watched up until this point, please go through your bill subscriptions and see what you're still subscribing to, especially because you know the economy's getting harder. It's harder to pay for shit. You know, gas is going up. You know, if you're driving around and stuff and you need to save an extra couple bucks a month, go through your subscriptions. I mean, it can take a big chunk of change, and I bet you have something subscribed that you're paying for right now that you probably don't know about. I remember a couple months back, I was going through my Xbox statements, and I was literally paying for like Xbox Live Ultimate for like a year and a half, and I didn't even know. Like, I subscribed to it for like one of those free trials or whatever, and they charged me after, and of course I didn't realize. I mean, they give you 90 days something for free, so, and it's just like OnlyFans, you know, you pay for a month and then you forget about it, of course, because the content's probably bland, and then, you know, there they are charging you for all these months. And I'm pretty sure that's one of the big reasons that Corinna is making all this kind of crazy money. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's a bunch of simps that are super active on her OnlyFans and, you know, look out for every single post. But I'm also sure that people probably subscribe for like the first month, you know, just to see for the first time, and then they completely forgot to subscribe, you know, unsubscribe, and they've just been being charged ever since. I mean, and it adds up. Like I was saying with that Xbox thing, I paid like $160 for something I didn't even know I had, and so it's a decent chunk of change. I mean, if you subscribe to Corinna Kopf's thing, it would be like $150 a year or whatever. But yeah, if you're paying for subscription shit and you're not using, definitely go through your bills and stuff, you know, because it adds up. It might $16 for her subscription don't seem like a lot, and I agree, it's not. I mean, especially if you just want to see the shit for like a month, but $16 every single month, you know, when you're not even using it, that's a big chunk of change. And you know, you can find this stuff. I mean, you just it's not hard to find. That's one of the reasons I don't understand why she's making so much money. It's because pretty much every single new thing she posts, you can find it online. You know, you just have to find the right place to know. And I don't know if the people that are subscribed to her just don't know how the internet works. But I mean, if your two options are to pay $16 US every month to see content when you could just Google it for free, I don't understand why there's men out here willing to pay for things they could see for free. You know what I mean? And the wild thing is just, you know, it's the fact that they're making this level of money on OnlyFans, which means like how many dudes are out there that are willing to pay for this stuff, and not just the one girl at that. Weak dudes really are a profitable business. Yeah, this is what people are saying. We dudes are really profitable business. And I completely agree on that. I mean, my brothers, there's free stuff online. You do not need to be paying for this shit. I swear to God. And I can understand the appeal. Like, I mean, like, I know one of the big appeals for OnlyFans stuff is that you can get customizable content and you can, like, pay to talk with the girls and kind of thing. But, I mean, you know what? I remember there's a big scheme of, you know, like, the biggest OnlyFans girls, they pay men to talk to their fans for money. And, I mean, my fellas, if there's even a 1% chance that you are, you know, you think you're talking to an OnlyFans girl when you're actually talking to like an overweight 40-year-old dude, it's not even worth it. The 1% chance is enough to make you never go on OnlyFans again. My brothers, please do not do this to yourself. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.